Hello everyone, and today's class will be learning about Strategic International Human Resource Management, that is SIHRM. And contents for today's topic is Introduction, Reasons for the Development of SIHRM, Strategic Components of Multinational Enterprises Influencing SIHRM, and Strategic HR Activities. First, let's look at the introduction. Strategic International Human Resource Management refers to the international human resource management in a proactive manner and describes the organizational objectives and strategies in order to make effective utilization of human resource for attaining the business goals. It integrates strategic aims of the organization with the human resources for increasing business profits and building up an organizational culture which promotes creativity, adaptability, and competitive advantage. Strategic International Human Resource Management is the linkage of international human resource management with the strategic needs of the business. This linkage is having a substantial impact on identifying and defining what is to be included in strategic international human resource management. So, in short, we can say strategic international human resource management is defined as HRM issues, functions, policies, and practices that results from strategic activities of multinational enterprises and that impact on international concerns and goals of those enterprises. The strategic role of human resource management is complex enough in a purely domestic firm, but it is more complex in an international business where staffing, management development, performance evaluation, and compensation activities are complicated by profound differences between countries in labor markets, culture, legal systems, and economic systems. Reasons for the development of strategic international human resource management. Reasons for the development of strategic international human resource management includes the recognition of HRM at any level is important to strategic implementation. Major strategic components of multinational enterprises have a major influence on international management issues, functions, policies, and practices. All these things we have already studied in introduction. Okay, and third one is SIHRM can influence the attainment of the concerns and goals of multinational enterprises. Strategic components of multinational enterprises influencing SIHRM. There are two major strategic components of multinational enterprises that give rise to and influence strategic international human resource management. Those are inter-unit linkages and internal operations. So, inter-unit linkages. Multinational enterprises are concerned with operating effectively in several different countries. Consequently, multinational enterprises are continually discussing how to manage their various operating units. In particular, they are interested in how these units are to be differentiated and then how they are to be integrated, controlled, and coordinated. And the second one is internal operation. Multinational enterprises are concerned about strategic issues other than those dealing with the linkages of the units. They are concerned about the internal operations of those units. In addition to working together, each unit has to work within the confines of its local environment, its laws, politics, culture, economy, and society. Each unit also has to be operated as effectively as possible relative to competitive strategy of multinational enterprises and the unit itself. Then coming to the strategic HR activities. Strategic HR activities can be globalized or localized to perfectly match with the multinational enterprises strategies. Strategies of an organization comprises of the following, that is defenders, low cost producer, prospectors, product differentiators and innovator, analyzers, imitator of successful prospector and focused operations, and the last one is reactor, companies with dysfunctional strategies. So defenders, when the strategy is to remain as a low cost producer, the focus is on cost control. With the cost control as the primary focus, predictability and the short term focuses are valued. Organizations in this category seeks to produce goods and services at low cost, maintain quality and provide customer service. Here, pressure goes to the global and optimized cost, with scaling is the key to the business success. And the second one is prospectors. Companies pursuing prospector strategy look for innovation. They design and produce new products and redeploy resources from discontinued products to the development of new ones. Here, the pressure for globalization is driven by the need to create competitive advantages by creating global centers of innovation depending on the availability of skilled and competent resources internationally. Third one is analyzers. Analyzers are another strategy which organizations often seek to pursue. These companies are of some hybrid type in that they are both product innovators and competitors in long run production lines. They attempt to explore niches in the global marketplace extremely outward looking. And such MNCs are constantly looking to countries that provide the potential for global growth. Okay? Okay, and the last one is reactors. Companies following reactor strategy are in highly competitive markets and are the slaves of their environments. Decision to globalize is driven by the market conditions while they make strike strategic alliance and grow inorganically in certain countries and business vertically they would be invest in the locations originally and with the long term intent. Since these companies are essential reactive, these are few systematic strategic implications. While looking at this figure, this is strategic roles of HR. In this figure, there are specific HR activities that can match each of these four strategies at a corporate level as well as the unit level. It is also possible that MNCs adopt different strategies at different locations based on the competition, which we have already discussed before. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.